Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It's a pleasure to be back at the National Press Club, and thank you for the invitation. I look forward to taking your questions. Today, the Middle East is on the cusp of fundamental change, a reset that has the potential to course-correct decades of terror, conflict, and chaos, to peace, prosperity, and stability. This reset has been made possible by the significant weakening of Hamas in Gaza, the decapitation of Hezbollah in Lebanon, and the fall of Assad in Syria. But it is also made possible by the leadership, vision, and hope offered by leaders from Riyadh to Jerusalem and across the region who seek to work together for the prosperity of their people. But while today offers historic opportunities to the peacemakers, the warmongers are not sitting idly by. The warmongers, the arsonists that have kept the Middle East ablaze for 45 years, are sitting in Tehran. Ali Khamenei and his regime, even though they send you in well-spoken smiles, do not seek to be part of this burgeoning peace. They seek to destroy it. How do we know? Because they've not just told us, they've shown us. For its very onset, this illegitimate criminal regime has waged war on the people of Iran and the people of the United States. While it murdered our bravest generals, it took your embassy staff hostage. While it killed our intellectuals in chain murders, it blew up your marine barracks in Beirut. When it slaughtered our most courageous youth in the street, it attempted to assassinate your president, Donald Trump. Death to America is not just this regime's slogan. As Ali Khamenei himself says, it is its policy. But today, with its proxies in shambles, the Islamic Republic is weaker than ever. So afraid of its very survival and willing to do anything to save itself, in the coming weeks and months, you will probably see a different face of the Islamic Republic. It will not speak the language of jihad, hostage-taking, or chaos. It will talk of deal-making, mutual interest, and pragmatism. As it has for half a century, it will use every trick in the book and every tool of subterfuge to lie, cheat, and steal its way to a new deal with the United States. If it gets that deal, it will use the benefits and concessions it extracts to rebuild its proxies and prepare to inflict more pain and chaos on the region. It will look to bring about an even more terrifying October 7th. It will again wage war on the American people and American interests. This is not my opinion or analysis. It is the track record of the past 45 years. It is this regime's DNA. So the United States has a choice. Will it seek to use the leverage and this historic opportunity to fundamentally alter the trajectory of the Middle East and the world, to bring about lasting peace and prosperity? Or will it fall for the flirtations of a radical Islamic regime and hand the Middle East back to its radical terrorist proxies? Of course, the first option sounds like the obvious choice. But I know that there are those, whether out of ignorance, ideology, or personal interest, who look to mislead this administration into thinking that change in Iran can only come about by war and would only lead to something worse. Let me address this directly and frankly. Mr. President, anyone telling you that you must sacrifice lives of your brave troops to see change in Iran and peaceful Middle East is lying to you. We do not call for American troops, nor do we ask for her treasures in our fight for Iran's liberation. It is Iranians themselves who are fighting to liberate our homeland and to join the burgeoning movement for peace in the region that their occupiers are trying to stop. They have consistently been on the streets, not just seeking their liberation, but fighting for it. But my compatriots are not alone. I will not let them fight this fight alone. They have called on me to lead the transition from this warmongering regime to a stable, peaceful future. I have accepted their call, and I am here to do my duty. My plan to bring down and replace this regime involves splitting the regime and facilitating defections, engaging the grassroots inside Iran, mobilizing global public opinion and the diaspora, working with G20 governments to place maximum pressure on the regime and give maximum support to the people, and finally, preparing the transition and the economic and political reconstruction. It is because of that duty that I have to my compatriots who seek to join the ranks of peacemakers that I am here today with a message. It is time to grab the opportunity presenting itself for a historic reset of the Middle East that will end the endless wars and bring lasting prosperity to all the nations of the region and the world. But that can only happen when we are free of the world's chief warmonger, the Islamic Republic. Thank you.